Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. We are continuing the series I started, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but the cookie series. We're doing another chocolate chip cookie recipe today. I'm just doing the one that is on the back of the Kirkland brand chocolate chips. There's so many chocolate chip cookie recipes out there and they all turn out a little different, so I thought it'd be fun to try a few out during the series, and we'll also do other cookies during the series. So if you like that kind of content, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out. And without further ado, let's get right into the recipe. Okay, so here are the ingredients for this recipe. We've got half a cup of white sugar, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of softened butter at room temperature, and then I've got 2 eggs that I let sit out at room temperature as well. And of course, vanilla. And then lastly, we can't forget the chocolate chips. I just use these ones from Costco. I will post a picture of the recipe and ingredient list so you can take a screenshot of that if you would like. But let's go ahead and get into the recipe. I am going to be using my KitchenAid mixer, and then I also have 2 cookie sheets that I lined with a silicone baking mat. I highly recommend using silicone baking mats because they make baking so much easier and they're reusable. You can also use parchment paper for baking cookies. It just helps the cookies not stick to the pan as well. But so parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. I prefer the baking mats because I do so much baking, and I would go through a lot of parchment paper. So yeah, let's head over to the mixer and I will show you what to do. Okay, into the mixer we are going to put our butter. That is what we are going to start with. So let's just go ahead and do that. Just opening it up. And I use salted butter. Most recipes do call for unsalted butter. However, I just prefer to use salted butter. And then I just don't add extra salt to a recipe. And then we're going to add the white sugar and the brown sugar. We're just going to toss that in there, and we'll close our mixer, and we will mix this until it is thoroughly combined. Okay, it's looking pretty well combined, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and we are going to scrape the edges just to make sure that all the delicious cookie batter gets mixed in. And then I just kind of scrape it on the dough, on the paddle here, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then it says to we're going to go ahead and add the eggs next. I'm going to do them one at a time and mix. So you may hear kids in the background. We do have 4 kids, so that's just life. So just kind of mix it. And at this point, I'm also going to add the vanilla. I don't usually measure vanilla, so go ahead and mix that till it is thoroughly mixed. And then it says to add in the baking soda. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of baking soda. I do just use this big bag from Costco. I am going to just kind of do a pinch and toss it in there. I know I didn't measure it, but that's kind of what I do sometimes. It's my kitchen, I'll do what I want. And then I'm going to turn this down just so we don't get flour everywhere. And we're going to slowly add in the flour. Just pour a little bit at a time, kind of let it get mixed in. And again, it just says until thoroughly blended. And it says to fold in the chocolate chips with a spatula. I'm probably just going to use my mixer to get those mixed in. I just find that easier. And now that the flour's all mixed in, we're going to turn it up just to get it completely mixed in. There we go. And it calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips, but like I said in my last video, I don't measure chocolate chips. I just kind of pour some in there like that. And I just eyeball it. And we'll go a little bit more. Okay. And then just mix it on high real quick. Get those all mixed in. Love it when they go all over the place. My oven's been preheated to 375, and that's what we will bake them at. The recipe says to do 12 minutes or until desired doneness. Honestly, I will probably go 10 minutes and pull them out because they will still bake on the cookie sheet as they're cooling a little bit. So, and I like a chewier cookie. I don't know about you. What kind of chocolate chip cookie do you prefer? Do you prefer thin and crispy? Fluffy and chewy, soft? What do you guys prefer? Leave a comment down below. And this looks good. This actually looks like nice and fluffy batter. This looks different than the batter that we made last time. I don't know if you can really tell, but it kind of looks like a little bit fluffy. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. So we are going to push those away. And then I am going to use my cookie scoop to just drop cookies onto the tray. So let's move you over to my cookie trays that I have set up. And I'm just gonna drop them onto the cookie sheet and then we will put them in the oven. So I just go like this and I just kind of drop. I usually do 3 rows of 4 and that generally works out okay. Last week's recipe worked better chilled. I don't have room in my fridge to chill the dough this time though, so we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to roll with it the way it is. You can definitely do this just with spoons. You would take 2 spoons and scoop some onto 1 spoon and use the other spoon to kind of push it off. You don't really want to flatten these. They will spread out in the oven as they cook. So yeah, you don't really want to flatten them or anything. So that is how I prepare my baking sheet. I'm going to go ahead and do the second baking sheet off camera and then we'll get them in the oven and I will bring you back when I pull them out to see how they turn out. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, here they are, fresh out of the oven. I think they look good. They're a little flatter than I prefer. I prefer a nice fluffy, soft, chewy cookie, but hey, we'll see how they turn out. I will have my kids taste test them for me. They really enjoyed doing that last time, so I'm going to have them do it again. But yeah, we'll let you know what we think. Okay, here we are for the taste test.
10 out of 10. Good.
Yeah? Do you like these ones better than the last ones? They're kind of flatter.
Yeah. They're still maybe I like them.
You like them better than the last ones or the same?
Better. Better because they are like more softer than the other.
I think these ones will actually be crispier when they're done drying. Honestly.
Okay.
I don't know. Or done cooling, not drying. Okay. There we have it. So that was the chocolate chip cookie recipe that was on the back of the Kirkland brand chocolate chips. If you guys have any delicious cookie recipes you want me to try, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will make a video on those ones. I'm thinking next time we'll do the Loft House cookies, the ones that are those cookies that are like super soft with the frosting on them that you buy at the grocery store. I did find a recipe for that on YouTube, so I think we'll give that recipe a try and we'll see how those turn out. If you like this kind of content and beauty content as well is what I do also, if you like that kind of content, go ahead and like this video and go ahead and subscribe for more. And we'll see you next time in the Great Cookie series. See ya!